the first day, they said anybody that needs shots, you know, uh, anybody going to the forward area or something and needs some, you know, shots, you know, fall out and go to sick bay. So Fred and I fall out and we go to sick bay. We go in there and our shot cards are all full and all of that. Oh, get out of here. So we just walk out the back door and go over and drink coffee all day. And we pulled that a couple of days in a row. The third day they got me. You know, but 4 o'clock in the morning, shaking me. Come on, put these on, you know, a pair of white, you know, the white pants and a white t-shirt, and they had it with a big M on them. For mess cook.
For mess cook?
Yeah, I had to go work in the galley all day. And starting at 4 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't get out of anything.
Man.
But I got a good racket. All I had to do was haul the trays on a big cart. So.
Okay.
And so anyway, then when it came time for us to leave that part of it, we got on board another troop transport. And this thing was a converted tanker, I think. The stairwells were almost vertical. I mean, that thing was really hard to maneuver around. And there was 25 of us, like I said, that left San Diego with this party. We were all going to Barber's Point in Hawaii. And what happened is we got aboard this troop transport and nobody seemed to know we were there. So we didn't volunteer anything.
Right.
So I read books and played cards the whole 5.5 days over there. And you know, had another good deal.
Yeah, that's great.
And then we get over there and instead of going into Pearl Harbor, this troop transport ties up at Honolulu Harbor. And about 90% of the people aboard that troop transport were all, I think they had been in the Army for 3 weeks. And they were going to Schofield Barracks on the Hawaiian Island, on the Oahu,
Okay.
to finish their basic training before they were sent over to Korea.
Oh, okay.
So they were, all of these guys were just big. They just gotten away on that ship.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them were sick and just laying around all over. But we get over there and nobody told us anything, and we're in dungarees. Oh, everybody else changed the dress uniform. And here we're in dungarees and everybody leaves the ship. Nobody left on the ship. All the festivities, the hula girls and everything to meet the Army, that all left. And here we're all standing up there along the rail watching everything. And somebody that, you know, one of the ship's crew said, "What are you guys doing?" And the guy with our orders showed him the orders and said, "Nobody's told us anything. What do we do?" And he looked at it, "Oh, let's see." So he come back and he said, "There'll be a transport down to pick you up and take you out to Barber's Point." And so we hung around another hour or so before that, what we call a cattle car, got there. It was a semi-truck with a trailer had seats in it.
Oh, interesting.
So wide open, nothing, just like a cattle car.
My goodness.
It was a good name for it.
Yeah.
And that started the time that I spent out there in Hawaii. You know, the good time I had there was after I'd been at Barber's Point for a while, I kept volunteering to get off of the island. I didn't like it anymore.
Uh-huh.
Wanted to get out of there, and so I got sent TAD to Ford Island. They had a detachment there that serviced the island. You know, the Navy personnel ran the boats, and the island, all it was at that time was an auxiliary air base, emergency air base for any thing, and also they had seaplane operations go in and out of there. And the rest of the base was all officers' quarters. The officers could live there, and to get back and forth to the mainland, the only way you could do it was on a launch or the ferry boat.
So Ford Island is near the Hawaiian Islands or part of it?
Ford Island is in the middle of Pearl